Next topic is VPA, vertical pod auto scaling. Okay, so as the name suggests, it will scale up the CPU and memory. Okay, so the upwards, that is before, if you have 2 GB of CPU and memory, okay, 2 CPU and 2 GB of memory, after scaling it will be 4 GB and 6 GB. Okay, so remember, it will not increase the CPU and RAM of the node. Okay, only for the pod it will do. In HPA the number of pods are increased. Here in VPA the number of CPU and memory is increased. Okay, it is not recommended to use much VPA. Okay, because any single pod can take n number of CPUs and RAM. Okay, because it automatically adjusts the CPU and memory. Okay, so we'll see the next lab for it. Okay, so for that also, for VP also, we'll have to download one autoscaler. Okay. So I've already done the cleanup. Okay, kubectl get all, there is nothing, no no pod, no HPA. Okay, now for VPA we'll download this autoscaler which is required. We will be downloading it from a Git repository. So we cloned one repository. Okay. So about git clone and all will start in 1 or 2 days. We'll go inside autoscaler and vertical pod autoscaler folder. So when we clone the repository, okay, there will be a folder with the same name, that is the name of the repository. We'll go inside it. Okay, we are in autoscaler. Let's go to vertical pod autoscaler. And just run this script. Okay, this script will download all the manifest and objects required for having a VPA on this Kubernetes cluster. So it is creating some objects. Okay, so cluster role, service account. Okay. Now let's check if it is installed properly or not. So in kube system namespace, we can see pods related to VPA as well. Okay. So these 3 pods are related to VPA. They'll manage the vertical pod autoscaling on this cluster. So we'll create a deployment. Okay, we're creating a new deployment. Here we are defining some limits that it should not go beyond this. Okay, minimum and max CPU and memory. In the deployment, kubectl apply -f httpd deploy.yml. the deployment and the pods are created. Now it's time to create VPA. So here if you see, it will automatically, here we have given that it should automatically update the CPU and RAM. Okay, so this is dangerous actually. If one of the pod needs, it can take all the resources. Okay, that's why it's not recommended much to use VPA. Okay, but we should know that this option is available in this on my HTTPD deployment. Okay, we have created a VPA which will update, okay, CPU and RAM automatically. Three other values are off and initial as well, but for the demo purpose we need auto. Okay, so it will automatically update the CPU and RAM for a particular pod. It will do the calculation automatically on its own. Okay, so let's apply it, and we can also check if there is already any VPA. kubectl get VPA. There is no VPA. We only have a deployment with pod. Now let's apply kubectl apply -f vpa.yml. kubectl get VPA. Okay, so auto mode is there. As of now there is no usage. Now we need to increase the load on it. Okay, so we can also describe it kubectl describe VPA. So only auto detail is given, other things are just the normal details. Now let's go inside the pod. Okay, kubectl get pods, kubectl exec -it the pod name and attach to its bash shell bin bash. Okay, we forgot hyphen, so it's saying it is deprecated, but it's okay. pt get update, and again we'll download stress and stress ng commands. So let's check using top command what is the current usage. We are inside the pod. So it is using this. Okay, and let's see kubectl get all and get VPA. So actually when we tried to download some packages, it did some calculation automatically, and it allocated CPU and memory. Okay, and it's provided true means it has automatically done some calculation and provided CPU and RAM. Okay, so for demo we can only see increase and decrease in the memory. Okay, generally what we define in other configurations when we do HPA. Okay, in that HPA we defined the limit. Okay, after this it won't go, but here in VPA it will calculate on its own. Okay, and it will give n number of CPUs and RAM. Okay, vertically, but still we can check. Okay, using the stress ng command by increasing the load. So we'll use the stress command. Okay, this one. So in that document it's not given. I'll update it. kubectl get VPA get ports and top ports. So here the number of ports will not increase, but the allocation of CPU and memory will be adjusted. Okay, see, for it was 25 millicores, now it has increased to 163 as we are increasing the number of CPUs, means load on the CPU. Okay, so this value it will calculate on its own. So that's it all about this demo.